Hey, it's Kim. I do have some background using Google Sheets, but what I really don't know, I've been shown in the past, and I wish I knew better, which was my focus for this skills camp, is really using the calculations and the charts. Um, so I was kind of familiar with formatting the cells. What I didn't know was I forgot what it was called, how you can drag this bar over to so no matter how you scroll, like if you're scrolling this way, your date start, there are spreadsheet coming from early childhood with all the kids' names on it. That's how it is. I'm like, oh, it's pretty cool that that stays. So I learned how to do that. As far as formatting, like I knew how to add colors and how to do the different borders if you put the border in and you want to do the line thickness and all that. So I made a lot of I used that a ton during e-learning, just charts like kids coming into school during the week and their specific time we use this. Um, so then got into organizing and collecting data on the sheet and using the analytics of it. So, what I wanted to do, because I do have frequent data conversations with my special ed teachers on goal progress for students. So, being able to quickly plot that is so important. So, this is something I actually want to teach them because we just still haven't found a great progress monitoring tool. So, this was wonderful. So, organizing the data, I did the date that we're taking it, and I just did 2 goals just for time's sake and 10 data points, and they were averages, so obviously making this up. Um, but I played around with the different formulas, being able to, going over here and doing average and then putting in, the columns from C2 to C11, and that gave me this answer of 58% and then 63%. I don't know what I did there. Um, so then I had no idea how to insert the graphs. I use them on Google Forms all the time, so this will be nice that I know this. But going into the chart and doing, the type of chart that you want. I first did the line graph for the 2 goals, but then I wanted to do the trend lines. So I chose the scatter plot. Again, how I learned how to do this were just YouTube videos, which is my go-to all the time. And then when no, I didn't select anything ahead of time, so that would be helpful if I wanted. I did this about 1,000 times, deleting the chart when I was trying to figure it out. But selecting the data first that I want to put in, and then sorry, there's my scatter chart there. So at first I had done that. That kind of shows me the same thing a little bit, but doesn't really show me the trend line. So then the suggested for that, and then to get that trend line, this took me forever to figure out the X and the Y axis here on how to, the percentages go up here. So I kind of bottomed out at 80. 80's our mastery, and then the dates that we're progress monitoring down here. And then here's our label for goal 1, then goal 2, and then I want to add in that trend line here. I customize and go to series, and then click trend line, and that pops up. That's a really good indication where I can see goal 1. We are on an upward trend here. In goal 2, we do see this declining. So we want to talk about kind of what was going on with the student during these few dates here. Maybe they had missed some school before. maybe they had a sub, things like that that we always want to be talking about and factoring in. Are they truly not making progress, or how are we adjusting our instruction for that? It can move the chart to its own sheet. I already kind of did that, but you can do it by clicking on the 3 buttons and copying, and that going to that next page, and right click and paste, and it pops up. So this would be really nice too. It'd be great for parents too when we do send our goal updates home, to send them something like this. I don't know, our teachers have so much to do that it's hard to add one more thing, but it's just a nice representation. And then this is super interesting about publishing. So maybe that's a way we can get some information to parents too. Publish your chart, and then if you're going to link it or embed it into something, and then choosing, are you doing the entire document? Are you just doing part of the document? You can select that. And then what type of format you're going to use. So PDF would be great to, that's what I would use to share with parents. And then gives you more options down here, who you want the viewer to be, the restricted access. So automatically republish when changes are made. That's really nice. And then it gives you the link here. I'm not actually going to do it. I had no idea that existed, so that was a good learning opportunity. I think that is it on my Google Sheets. This is really interesting. I'm going to see how I can use this further in my practice, maybe even creating these. That special ed teachers have their spreadsheet shared with me. So I think it would be super easy to make those. So I have a data review coming up here in a couple weeks with them again. And I think I'm going to set that as a goal for myself. So this was very, very interesting.